Hello, my name is Robert Dean Steele, and this is Real Dads. I want to talk to you, Dad, about a very important thing, and is please, please don't be an absent dad. The biggest mistakes that most dads are making is they're not being there for their children. Always, always set time aside each day and each week for your children. Don't let anything violate this time. And be at those big moments in your child's life. Things like soccer games, music recitals, science fairs, Sunday school concerts, children's concerts, wherever it is, you be there. And make it a top priority. Simply because of the fact when you are there, you're creating memories. But more importantly, you're telling your children that they are important to you. Important enough that you'll be there at that big moment, that big event of their life. Whatever it is, Dad, no matter how hard you work, and you should work hard, I'm not saying that, but you need to make a priority for your children. Because one day, your children are going to leave home. And when they leave home, what kind of memories are they going to have of their dad? Are they going to have memories where Dad was never there? Yeah, Dad was working hard to provide for them. And many of us men say, well, that's our excuse for not being there, is because we're providing for our family. I understand that. But our children don't care as much about what we give them as much as we give them our time. They want us versus the stuff that we give them. So make sure that you're there as often as you can, especially in the big moments, but also as well in the little moments, because often our greatest blessings are in those little moments, moments that you never thought could become a big moment. Let me give you an example. When my son Robert was about 5 years old, he came home and he was a little discouraged over what had happened. He says, Dad, this happened to me at school. I sat him down on the couch. I said, let's talk about it. I put my arms around him. He cuddled into my shoulder and he explained the whole situation. I said, what do you want to do about it? Well, he says, this is what I want to do. I said, what's the right thing to do? And he says, well, this is the right thing to do. And I said, that sounds like a great idea. And so he says, thanks, Dad, for spending time with me and just letting me talk to you about it. He was only 6 years old at the time. But he went upstairs and he played. And what we had done was we had dispersed and kept all those pent-up emotions from going in a negative direction. It only took about 5 minutes of my time. But it was one of the greatest lessons that I ever learned from my son. And my son, from time to time, later on said, Dad, I really appreciated that day that you spent time with me and talked to me about that situation. It taught him that he could come to me and talk to me about anything. We have a good relationship today because of that. So, Dad, whether it's the big events or the small events, make sure that you're there. Don't be an absentee dad. My name is Robert Dean Steele. This is Real Dads. You have yourself a great and godly day.